Hey guys, it's Gigi. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time and this honestly feels a little bit weird. I won't lie because I haven't sat down and just talked to you guys in so long. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Yeah, I did. I want to catch you up on what's going on in my life. I asked you guys last night on Instagram. I was like, I'm going to be doing a catch-up video. First and foremost, if you do not know, I have a podcast that I started. It's called Queerified, and I've been putting so much of my energy into that. I've been literally loving podcasting. As you guys know, I've been wanting to do a podcast for a really long time now. So it's been really nice just to have a new guest on every week, talk about things that matter to me, learn things along the way. I mean, we also hear from you guys. We have a hotline. It's 1-844-QUERIES. If you guys have any questions, we take them at the end of every single episode. And if you have been listening, let me readjust. I've just been loving your feedback. People say that they listen on the car ride to work, when they do their makeup, when they do their hair, laying in bed, whatever. So if you are looking for a new podcast, it's called Queerified, and I really hope you enjoy it. It's been really, really fun doing it. So moving on, question number 1. What is something you can do to take yourself out of depression? I've been in a funk for like 2 months. I personally have never suffered from depression, so I don't really know how to speak on it as in depth. The way that I personally get out of funks or phases that I'm in of just being sad or maybe being down on myself, being maybe overly insecure, or my confidence isn't really where it should be, where it normally is, where I feel good. I really do just like to surround myself with fun and with people that uplift me, not people that I'm gonna worry about what I'm saying in front of them, that I'm gonna be second guessing myself. I really like to just surround myself with people who like just really know the real me, and also just really count your blessings. I know a lot of the time, especially when you're going through it, it's really hard to say what you're thankful for, because at those points you feel like you really don't have very much to be thankful for. But write it down, say it in the mirror, really drive it home to yourself, because it will make a big difference, and you'll just think, what is my life without those things? And you'll be like, wow, I'm really, really thankful to have food on the table. I'm really thankful to have family around me. I'm really thankful to have my best friend. I'm really thankful that my pet is still alive and well. Just anything that you can think of in your life right now that is making you happy, serving you. I feel like that is really, really important. It might not take you out of that depression, but it'll definitely help. I also feel like a great thing to tell yourself is nothing lasts forever. Like, all of this is just temporary. And that goes for anything. Like, whenever I achieve something, or I'm really, really happy, say I have a really great day, or I wake up in a really good mood, I always let myself know this is all just temporary. So really appreciate it. That's something I've learned through grief, that these moments really will not last forever. And after someone is gone or something is gone, you just wish, oh, I wish I would have appreciated that. I wish I would have really taken time to let that person know I love them, or whatever the case may be. And I really feel like that helps me on a day-to-day. I'm not the most spiritual person by any means, but that's what I do. I really hope that you get out of this funk and just know that you're not alone. Next question. Who would be your dream guest? Red leather, yellow leather, red, yellow leather. Who would be your dream guest on Queerified? Love you, Gorge. Love you too, Spencer. So we've had a lot of really good ones so far. We've had my husband was the premiere episode. That episode was so good. We laughed, we cried. We talked about everything from like his transition to like when we met, to the movie and TV show that were made about his family, and just like very raw and open. Like, I had never really publicly spoken to him so that was one of my favorites. We had Paris Hilton on, which was so surreal because I think she was like the first guest in this room after we painted it black, after I hung all these like obnoxious photos of myself for my birthday. We've had Emily Hampshire, that one was really interesting. Katya Zelemochkova, Gottmik. We had the first trans senator of the United States, Sarah McBride. I would say my dream guest on the podcast would honestly probably be like Britney Spears or something. I mean, obviously gay icon, one of my favorite artists ever. Given everything going on with her freedom and really just making it apparent and loud, I feel like that would be a really good sit down and really fun. Who do you guys want to see on the podcast? Let me know down in the comments, please. I always really just want to give you guys who you want to hear, not just my favorites or my friends. I also saw a comment, yeah, so when are you going to interview an asexual person? That is actually a question that we've been getting a lot since we started the podcast, and that is something that obviously we want to do. We want to hit all the bases. We want to get not ever one episode the same as another kind of vibe, and although it may be fun, we really want to like have you guys leave like learning something, and I feel like I would learn a lot from that episode. So if you guys know anybody that identifies as that, please also let me know down in the comments. Alana asks, hope this isn't too invasive. Does your mother visit you in your dreams? Wish mine did. It's funny you ask because it's been a long time since she has. I don't even really remember the last time she came to me in my dream, or like I even have like seen her. Like I see her through ladybugs, as you guys know, and I really don't even remember the last time I saw a ladybug. Like my friends will text me and be like, oh my God, I just saw this ladybug, but I don't remember the last time I saw a ladybug. I feel like this also happened like a couple years ago, where there was a long time where I was like, isn't she supposed to be coming to me? Aren't I supposed to be getting signs, seeing her? I don't know, maybe I'm not like open enough, or like I'm not like paying attention to the little things, but it's been a minute. So Alana, I wish mine did too. I feel like it also just makes the moments where she does so much more special. Now I'm gonna be hyper aware. Next question, any more surgeries planned? Not at the moment. This is a question I get all the time, and no, not right now. I don't know what else to say. No. Speaking of surgeries, the last one I got kind of freaked you guys out, I feel. The lip lift I got, I really thought that it was gonna be casual. I had all my lip fillers dissolved, and I just was like, oh, let me get a lip lift. I've seen my friends do it. It looks so good. And I came on camera and didn't really address it, and it was very noticeable because it was so new. I love the way that it healed though. I've never been happier with my lips. I feel like they just have been through so much. I was obsessed with Juvederm, overdoing it, like a syringe in the top, a syringe in the bottom. That was like my normal, which is like ridiculous to me now. You live and you learn. I'm happy with where they're at now, but no, nothing that I want in the near future. In the future, yes. Legit Lee asks, favorite fashion moment of the Met Gala? I mean, by the time this is up, is the Met gonna be old news? I would honestly say probably Kendall Jenner, or like a Gigi Hadid. I just love the classicness, or maybe Iman. She was gorgeous too. Just classic, beautiful. I mean, Iman was not classic, it was just so extra. But I just loved Kendall. I mean, could you guys not see me in Kendall's dress? Maybe take out the back a little bit and like loosen the arms or something, and the boobs, of course. All of it, I just loved it so much. And Gigi Hadid with the big... Dari, are you and Nats planning to have children soon? So this is a question that we get asked all the time. We've been married now for like 2 years. I never really expected people to be asking the baby question as much as they did. Given that we did talk about it a lot, I never really thought like, here comes love, here comes marriage, here comes the baby in the baby carriage. Like I never really thought it was that intense, but it really is. Like when you get married, it's like baby time in people's eyes. Like, let's do this. When you expecting babies? It was one of those things where we like wanted it. Of course, well, let me say, we still do. We still want to have babies. It was one of those things where we'd be like, yes, we want to be parents whenever we can be around our friends' children. It's like literally the best ever. And I think like a year or a little bit longer ago, I did a video talking about our IVF journey. And that was like something that I never thought that I would do, because it is so personal and so unconventional, I guess. It really was something that when I was recording it, I was like, what am I saying? What am I doing? Like, this is like taking story time to like a whole new level. If you did not watch that video, it was literally me talking about my experience at the Sperm Bank, giving a sample while Nats gave his eggs. Well, got his eggs checked out to see how many there were, if he could give them, if we could make an embryo. It was just like a big disaster. At the end of that video though, I did kind of leave it open-ended. I was like, I don't know if I should go back, because my doctor saw the YouTube video actually after I was like, I'm not going back, was like, please come back. Since that video, we have not gone back to the IVF center, whatever it's called, and seen the doctor. We literally just have put that on hold. And that's just our reality right now. So as far as our fertility journey, right now it is on pause, but I do want to let Nat speak for himself, obviously. This was a while ago, so it's something that I feel like, honestly, if you guys do want to hear more about it, I feel like we are very open into sharing. And I don't want to get too much into it, but we are not planning on having children extremely soon, to answer your question, but we still want to have children. So that's just the reality of the situation. And I do feel like I did owe you guys that explanation because of the story time that I shared of this whole sperm bank moment. And regardless of how many great messages I got back of trans women that have gone through the same thing that were like, you literally are the only video on the internet talking about going to the sperm bank as a trans woman. As much as I thought that I would be over it, just it being so personal, so vulnerable, it still does make me like, it just gives me like the ooh ah ah. I don't know. So yeah, that's the tea on that. If you guys want to know more about it, literally just let me know and maybe we'll do another Q&A or something like that with Nat's present. Do my dentures still fall out from time to time? I want to get mine done, but I'm scared. So this is another story time that I shared. I got my veneers done. Sorry, as I pick my toenail. Don't know if I said this before, but when I got them done, the doctor literally said, we're gonna give you the most thin, feminine, gorgeous teeth ever. And I didn't really think anything of it, but when they started falling out, veneers are obviously like one by one teeth. Literally like 3 had fallen out in the course of like 6 months. So I was like, okay, this is bullshit. So I called back, I'm like, yo, I need all new teeth. Like I just do. It's just unacceptable. So they ended up giving me all new teeth. None of my dentures have fallen out. Although that is not what they're called. They're called veneers or like caps or just fake teeth. Honestly, I would be extremely scared too, seeing this story. I know Tana Mojo also had veneers fall out. I don't know her status on her teeth now, but it's something that she shared. So that is something that her and I have in common. It just happens to some people. I don't know. I mean, it's like a big dam, right? Like in your mouth, it's always wet. You're always talking, you're always chewing. So like if it's not cemented flush around your tooth, then water is getting in there and water is like, it's loosening it up. And then sooner rather than later, the tooth just falls off. I just feel really lucky that I didn't swallow my teeth. When I lost them, they would always like fall out in front of me or I would like bite on them, and porcelain is so hard. So I was like, what is that? And then I was like, oh, it's a tooth. So I'd put it in a Ziploc bag and then I would go get it reinstalled, which is disgusting. I literally felt like it was like having acrylics or press-on nails in my mouth. One would pop off. It's like, damn it, I have to go to the nail salon. But this was like in my mouth. Like I'd be like, damn it, I have to go to the dentist. Next question, please. Do you want to write a second book? I love you. Oh, I love you too. Yes, I definitely do. That was one of the best experiences of my life, writing my book, having it out there, doing an audio book, just having my story out there in a different way was so amazing. Like it just is something that I would definitely want to do again. I finished my last book when I was 25, so I definitely don't think that it would be another like memoir-ish type, because I think that's what it was categorized as on some websites, which is crazy because memoirs are for like 50 plus, I would say, but I would want to do something else. And that is not to say that I am not already working on something else. When we see you in public, are you okay with us coming up to you because of COVID? I myself am fully vaccinated. If you do see me out, just know it's not weird. Just come on in. Ever think about moving to the East Coast? So I used to live, breathe, and die for New York City. I literally was like, we need to move there, babe. Like we need to get an apartment there. I want to be bi-coastal. Now recently going back for New York Fashion Week and having like a full 7-day moment there, I don't want to live in New York. I don't know what it is. It was just different this time. I love it for a vacation. Like I would even have been there for like 2 weeks, a month. I just could not pick up my whole life and move there. I just love LA. I love where I'm at. I love my life here. I just could not see myself being a New York City bitch like I used to be able to see. I don't know what it is. Being bi-coastal is one thing, but like, let's just stay in a hotel. Let's just visit. Let's stay with friends. I don't want to get an apartment there. I don't want to worry about it being messy. I don't want to get there and have just boxes and all this stuff. Like, I don't want to deal with it. When I go there, I want it to be a vacation. I want it to be fast paced. I want it to be lights, camera, action, fashion. I don't want it to be my home, if that makes sense. That feeling just went away from me. And I feel like I lived over half my life in Toronto, where I grew up. So I'm not ready to go back over there yet. What is my favorite hotspot in LA? Right now, it's probably Delilah. Anything H-Wood, honestly, the H-Wood group. Anybody that's in and around LA, Delilah is really it. It's so much fun. Okay, so with that, I have to go. I'm late for dinner. I really loved sitting down and answering your questions and catching you guys up on my life, things that I'm working on. And again, if you guys are looking for a new podcast, Queerified is the one for you. See you every Wednesday. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I miss you, and let me know also any other videos you'd like to see. Of course, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment and like this video. And until I see you guys in my next one, stay gorgeous.